rate,
rate,
Right. Rate. Rate.
A mass murderer. Your heart rate is jacked.
Assaults were down. Muggings down. The murder rate dropped by 16%. So in a very quantifiable way, this man in the hood had been a positive force in this city.
Speaking.
So is he really okay? His heart rate is within normal range for him.
Cross some stuff out, you know.
Yeah?
No mention of divorce rate or...
Don't know her.
What about me then? What would you rate me?
Well, if it was prick size, I'd give you a 2.
The tumors we're working so hard to eradicate. The survival rate of patients with severe endothelial growth decreases exponentially the more the condition.
That's tonight. Who's ready, boys?
We're just going to finish this client brief on interest rate projections, and then we will head out.
That I think you might be interested in. This will greatly increase your gunner's rate of firepower.
10 guns, and given that I've observed them close at hand, I simply deduced their cyclic rate of fire. Between them, they're capable of launching 33 volleys comprising 333 discharges.
How many projectiles?
23. We've been losing them at a steady rate all day.
Her heart rate's way up. She's probably septic. What does that mean?
It's unstable. It's exponentially increasing the rate of fission inside his body.
Goodbye to Mary Margaret for her.
Oh. At the rate mermaids swim, she's probably already there.
Possible crush syndrome, K4 morphine, heart rate 130s, BP 110, palp 2 liters of saline. His heart rate is elevated. You gotta keep him calm or he'll go into VTAC.
Right.
Establishment.
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 I'm Mimi Tan. This is my establishment. My establishment. My establishment. What can I do for you?
So, what did you say about my establishment? My establishment. My establishment.
Monsieur, might we have a word?
This establishment is private. This establishment is private. This establishment is private.
This is no respectable establishment. What do you expect us to do while we wait?
And Gail is still on. Any progress?
Of a sort. Establishment of facts, elimination of places he is not.
You are not welcome in my establishment, sir.
What is this? It means, madam, that the dispute over the whore with Mr. Noonan has been settled through an agreement to purchase this establishment from him.
Mother, I find I'm no longer satisfied with the customer service at this establishment. I think we should take our business elsewhere.
Ranch, folks. They call me Gentleman James Grady, and I am the proprietor of this here establishment.
Hey, Hall. Haystack Hall, wherever you're from. Our establishment doesn't cater to plowmen and goat herders.
You again. Out! This is a private establishment. You're not welcome.
Where's Belle?
I will personally mount your head on the wall of this establishment.
Honestly, I don't know. She's got this sort of anti-establishment, fuck you attitude.
Ensure.
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 But to ensure this, certain steps need to be taken. One,
I need to do my job.
And my job is to ensure the safe and successful transfer of these two prisoners.
Still, to ensure that the conduct of my people meets the highest possible standard, Mr. Midas is sending over all the precinct footage for my review.
Right now, permanent measures will be taken to ensure you can't hurt anyone ever again.
Our job is to protect and ensure the safety of the general population. That means if we have to bring them down to ensure that safety, by God, we will do it.
Every tree, but since the minister's chambers are set so high, I have to ensure the gardens look good from above.
Make quite an entrance.
To ensure a private audience.
A war, sir, to ensure that a Protestant sits on the throne of Spain.
Thomas, I've ensured his cooperation.
Good.
I've paid you a lot of money, Fires. I expect a return on my investment.
The people whose survival will ensure the future of our entire society.
We've gone to great lengths to ensure it. First, I need to get better. I need to heal.
What is this?
To ensure you aren't law enforcement.
I'm not.
Then sign.
Plot.
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 Me out, okay? Maybe Jackson was an accomplice, but he got cold feet, decided to call 911 and give up the whole plot, the whole plot, the whole plot.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot.
Idiot never locks his car.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
The Margot Roth Spiegelman revenge plot begins.
Really? And this is the crucial plot point, I think.
Everything just works out the way it's gonna, and we just plod along behind it and try and keep up.
I think there's a coordinated plot within Russia to collapse the dollar and crash the U.S. economy.
Tinker, they want to win and make it happen. This is confusing to me. Don't worry about it, man. It's just a plot hole.
Dad, I'd love it.
That is the exact plot of Wicked.
Told despicable lies, and you've done nothing but plot and scheme and beg for forgiveness ever since.
So, the plot thickens. You've broken off from a local exchange and opened up a new front.
You two have concocted a fascinating story, yet there are holes in your plot. Namely, I can't be the fall guy for a crime I'm not going to commit.
Football, except the original, European football. Which most Texans believe to be a commie plot.
Wonder.
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 That's why my old man did it. Oh, crap.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, there's gonna be changes, downsizing of us into some kind of .com thing, possibly. Wonder how this thing goes down, how the transition's gonna play out.
Uh-oh. Huh. I wonder what brings Sheriff Dan and Sliver here.
No signal at all.
I wonder if the Prancer has roadside assistance. How would we even call them?
See all these words that I've posted around the office? Do you ever wonder why I picked those particular words?
It's him, and he brought the dolly.
He's cleaning out an office. Somebody's getting fired.
I wonder who the poor bastard is.
What? Why?
You know, I wonder how many of his friends live in a 0-bedroom, half-bath apartment that was once featured in the show Cops.
My dog was a wonder of stupidity. Lost a fight with a tree once.
I can't. I wonder who landed her. Lucky son of a bitch.
Yeah. So Celia's carrying the judge's baby. No wonder she shot him. She's hormonal.
Who are you talking to?
The housekeeper.
Lord Baelish.
Your Grace.
I wonder if I might ask you for a favor.
With your hands, then. No wonder you're all so miserable.
Would you please shut up? Your Grace.
I wonder if I might ask you for a favor.
Of course, Your Grace.
I have reason to believe that House Tyrell do not hold the Crown's best interests at heart.
Wonder where I get that from.
Did he just call me stupid?
I think he did.
Skim.
Skim. Skim.
Skim. Skim.
In scrolls 1 through 49 to understand the importance of 50.
How about I skim 1 through 49, huh?
No, you will take these scrolls to the library and read them all, start to finish. Good luck.
I can just skim it, right? Skim it, right? Skim it, right?
No.
What did I skim over? Skim over. To unlock the cage, use the key which can be found at the start of the corridor.
Feel free to kind of skim over those details as much as you want. Yeah, that's cool.
Early harvest.
Of course, my lord.
What kind of grade are we getting from the skim?
Excellent product, sire.
Some weekends I simply skim the Nikkei reports.
Grande skim latte, 2 pumps, sugar-free vanilla.
Castle, I think you've read my mind.
Hello. Hey, have you told your parents you're dating this short glass of skim milk here?
That's different.
OJ and coffee.
That's mine.
And a small coffee with skim milk.
Get out, I will. Your fans, they pay cash, right? Makes it pretty easy for you to skim off the top.
And the money's just HR's skim off the Russians. A percentage kicked back to your friends in blue for turning a blind eye to the Yogorov business.
You want a skim latte? Sure. Careful, the lid's not really.
Curious.
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 This is good.
So I'm just curious about what happens at the purity ball tonight.
You slept with my mother.
You're capable of it.
I was mildly curious.
I don't know, she looked like a young Debbie Harry. I was drunk and curious. I just couldn't.
You did stop looking.
Yeah, after about an hour.
Okay, well, it's perfectly normal to be curious about these things.
It is curious.
Like a mafia social club?
Yeah, the Italian social club out on Union Avenue. I was curious, you know? So
We got your lab results back today, Ethan. I was actually pretty curious myself. And as it turns out, looks like the treatment's having a positive effect on you.
The last thing she delivered was me, and I'm still cleaning up that mess. Aren't you at least curious what she sent? Unless it's a brand new childhood, I'm not interested.
Come. I've heard you're such a clever man. I'm curious why you sought me out.
Yeah, why am I here?
What?
You pushed to have me back. I am curious why, because you don't seem to want me here.
Must be a curious tale.
What?
Well, how a knight of the round table ended up a sword for hire.
We were just told to plug it in. They would take care of the rest, but I've always been the curious type.
So, who's this new Renee? I'm curious.
Outline. 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 Outline.
Outline.
Outline to the larger piece.
With questions on the next page.
All right. I'm going to outline a couple of cases here that are very recent.
Why are you bullshitting us?
Mr. Willens would have to agree to no future civil action. All this is outlined in paragraph 6.
Brady's got the outline of every single piece of hardware in here. And at the end of every day, every single piece better match up.
This is about you and how you can best express yourself to the world. There are numerous procedures outlined here, but please don't feel limited to them.
I could only see the outlines of their bodies, their dark bodies.
He'd know that he had not been forgotten, even if the outlines of his face grow fuzzier.
There's still a smoke outline of your body hanging in the air out there. Well, we're hoping not to see any balls.
I see the outline of one of them.
I never saw Eddie's. It always had to be pitch black for Eddie. I saw an outline once in a thunderstorm, but just like a rolled up pair of socks.
Really? After all that? You'd be a chalk outline without me.
A commitment list for future legislation. It's not just simple endorsements. Look, this outlines in detail what I would like to do.
Departure.
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 Go through town to the airport. Flight 497, 8 a.m. departure. 8 a.m. departure. 8 a.m. departure.
As you're well aware, this is quite a departure.
Everything's set. We moved the machine to the launch site. Departure is at 5 p.m. Departure is at 5 p.m. Departure is at 5 p.m.
We have an unauthorized departure from base.
We found him.
Mom, I have a job to do.
At least come to the departure ceremony.
We're cleared for immediate departure.
We'll continue preparations for our departure then.
After my departure, please ensure that mine is the only longboat that ferries anyone to and from the island. We staggered our departures from camp, so as not to arouse suspicion.
He never said, but I had my theories, especially because this new stuff was such a musical departure for him, as I'm sure you noticed. Yeah.
To safe returns.
And no more departures.
Speaking of mysteries, we spoke with Whitney's friends. They said prior to her departure, she was spending a good deal of time at the Historical Society.
That's why you haven't shed one tear over our tentacled friend's departure.
Departure.
Their point of departure and their paths diverse.
Accessory.
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 And to show up and ask me to trust you with information that makes me an accessory to murder?
What do I need this for?
Oh, it comes with an accessory. An accessory. An accessory.
The police came and took him down to the tombs. As an accessory, as an accessory, as an accessory. Bill 2.
You are gonna blow my fucking cover!
Dad, sunglasses are not a cover. They're an accessory.
Get out of here!
Oh, you think? Dad, fuck you.
Hey, I told you not to go near him.
You come into my home and you treat me like I'm an accessory.
All right, all right, all right.
Sam? Sam!
You will be an accessory to murder.
If you'll notice, Agent Burke, I've added a little fashion accessory of my own to our model friend here.
If you figure out how to get the anklet off.
I'm not wearing this as a fashion accessory.
Nearly 6 years and over 100 million went into the design of this little accessory.
What did you do?
If I told you that, you'd be an accessory to my so-called crimes.
Add it to my list.
Won't be long before we catch up with Angie McAllister, and when we do, we'll charge her as an accessory to your crimes, seeing as she's been so helpful to you.
Index.
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 Index. Index.
More importantly, crossed off the index.
Stupid man.
The index. 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 I should reconnect with some of them. Put her on the index. The index. The index. Tag her like a shark.
Japan's Nikkei index have been
Perfect.
20 years now.
That I crushed the Russell small cap index by over 15.
The market was mixed with a small cap index.
Dragonetti finally produced the index of symbols.
I had to invade his office without his knowledge.
It races through an index of billions of web pages, all connected in a web of links.
Notes for book files, everything's intact. I've rechecked it a couple of times against our index files, and there's only one thing missing.
Lady, what do you got?
During the autopsy, I discovered that Eva's fingernail on her left index had been split down the middle.
I know it was you, Claire. You stole my index cards.
Ah, wow, look at all your ideas.
Honey, this is just the index. Ronaldo!
Wallet. Wallet.
Wallet. Wallet.
Wallet.
The first night that we got together, I looked through your wallet. Your wallet. Your wallet.
Taking some cash, I do those.
My wallet. My wallet. My wallet.
Don't try nothing. He can be a bit of a show-off.
Wallet. 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 Now.
Oh, this is awesome. You've got to be kidding me. Hold on, okay? I'm gonna set this down.
I lost my wallet somewhere.
All this together?
Mugged, it was taken from me.
No, come on.
My wallet was taken, they took it.
Come on.
Look, why else would I fawn all over you on a bus 3 years ago and then never call you?
The thing is, I lost my wallet.
Well, I guess your registration will have to do just fine.
Excuse me.
Watch your wallets.
It's 30 units.
This one? Or this one?
We got the wallet. We're in deep trouble now, my man. Yeah, I see it.
¿Cuánto es?
How much?
Guts. I slept with him, then stole his wallet.
Looks like a chain from his wallet.
All right, so I got a pair of 10.5 boots with 3-inch lifts and a wallet for one Frankie bout. It's got the plastic, money, ID, whatever.
Mr. Carson dropped his wallet in the passage. I was replacing it.
Sorry, officer, I left my wallet at work.
Registration, proof of insurance?
In my wallet.
Likely.
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 Next, Master Shifu.
Since Kipa is most likely on his way to free the other demons, we have
Hang
to...
on. Messenger? Like a humble messenger?
Yes, most likely a goat. Most likely a goat. Most likely a goat.
It's not just possible, it's very likely. Very likely. Very likely.
Some people behaving strangely. The UN Health Agency is not likely to recommend official travel restrictions.
Wreak havoc? You're quite right. They're far more likely to wreak havoc right here on us.
What if amateurs try it?
You'd probably kill him. Is that likely?
No.
You know, I want more numbers that I'm likely to get.
Most likely. Yet we found no trace of Juliana.
She's likely been chained to the radiator, hence the burn.
Leak that voicemail to the press.
It's unlikely that he would lie about that, given the nature of the other things that he confessed to. I'm still of the opinion that Iris is being framed, which makes the killer the most likely leaker of the message. And so, I've commenced scrubbing of the voicemail.
Thief becomes a killer.
A killer who gains access to the museum through the gala. That's not likely.
Makes her look weak.
We're thinking the most likely scenario is that it was the last guy that she was with.
It was. I could feel your fear and panic, emotions that likely would have gotten us killed in that state.
You kept me buried down. You kept me from her.
Which is likely why she's still alive.
Finance.
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 He can finance his mercenaries, finance his mercenaries, finance his mercenaries, and brutalize the people.
Finance. 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 Your wife came here on the bus to see you. I sent her home in a cab. Is that your idea of outside fucking finance?
Let's get Brady out of there. Finance someone will be a friend of the Marches and help us change these regulations.
Down to finance.
Where your little ploys of finance count for nothing!
Well, it's our understanding that he handled your charity's finances. Considering everything that's happened, that would give you motive.
Finance law, yes, it does.
But that's all on hold until my finances improve.
See,
will be a comprehensive education reform bill to properly fix, finance, and strengthen our nation's schools.
Activity.
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 Please, have a look. See all the criminal activity happening in my trunk right now.
Open the trunk, sir.
Continue, Mrs. Florek. And did she believe there were reasons for this sexual activity?
You can't be fired if you say you were trying to form a union. Working together in order to collectively bargain is considered PCA, protected concerted activity. You want us to form a union?
And consciousness is not literally identical to brain activity.
Exactly.
Healthy activity up there, getting healthy readouts.
Very good.
Gary, where are you going with this?
I'm showing how he has knowledge of criminal activity.
They don't give a rat's ass. Get on with it. When I bumped you...
Yeah, everything all right?
No, there's some activity at the end. It was blocked.
What do you mean? And credit card charges involved.
Any activity on my card here?
Yeah, they looked at your credit limit.
They kept the strad. This is from Wednesday, when it went missing.
No activity at all?
I thought it was strange, too, so we examined the tape. It's pretty worn.
Hey.
What are you doing here?
Was out for a walk and saw a suspicious van. Wanted to know if there was any illegal activity going on inside.
He went straight home according to his ankle.
From this intersection, you could scout a museum, 2 banks, and a gallery. Not to mention all the residential targets.
Peter, I made some calls. There was no suspicious activity reported.
Endure.
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 Endure it again. I can't endure it again. I can't endure it again. But we endure because we have faith.
Think about how much more of this you want to endure.
End of an entire nation's application panic. To endure the frustration and anger of all the so-called millennial parents.
No man should have to endure that.
Surrender. He simply asks that they endure the unendurable.
And he would endure unimaginable pain.
Isn't it better to settle this once and for all rather than endure all this alpha mom crap until our kids graduate?
I hear that Prague is expected to endure the melting of the ice caps exceptionally well.
To men of salt, women who endure us, and to my friend, our captain. The captain. Your choice. You go quick and painless, or you're gonna endure something that is unspeakable.
No man should have to endure that.
How much more of this do we have to endure?
That was 3. There's 9 more.
Oh, good.
Would you endure a dull pain 24 hours a day for the rest of your life to make her appear here?
Confront.
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 Confront. The one thing she will not confront, is a large crocodile.
Mr. Renner, it's extremely important that you send your daughter a clear message that no matter what she has to confront in life.
It was until Carrie took it upon herself to break cover and confront him. We had no choice but to move in.
I'm going to visit Arkady Fedorov.
Are you insane?
I've made the decision to confront him.
This is so...
Baxter is a bipolar sentencer, but nobody wants to confront him because we all gotta go back there.
And my client has a Sixth Amendment right to confront his accuser.
Which presupposes that Trey Wagner is our only witness.
Whose kingdom is this?
The locals call him Steppus.
That's the man we've come to confront.
Slip through Siena and the Papal States and confront King Ferrante in his court directly.
You and I.
That's me. That's me.
You're right, take the pictures. Confront the situation.
So there was someone else. You ever confront her about it?
She wants someone more connected.
Same place I found her 4 years ago.
A lot has changed since then. When I confronted Alex, she shot me.
Incentive.
Incentive. Incentive. Incentive.
Incentive.
We'll never turn on that buddy, sir. They have no incentive. Incentive.
Finding stories in all these documents, that's a lot of work, it's a lot of time. You can't expect us to do it without an incentive.
Incentive. Make them put you on a case. Get in tight with them.
Well, there's our incentive not to be hung over.
This would never go for that in a million years.
But you knew it would give them incentive to offer you an immunity deal.
Doctor! There you go. It'll give you some incentive, right?
$1 million is a pretty powerful incentive.
Yeah. Well, we saved the world. Maybe I'll let you keep one.
Incentive.
Criminals. They need an incentive to follow orders.
What I've done is given you incentive. To do what?
You don't think you can bribe me?
It's not a bribe. It's an incentive. Well, perhaps you could use a little incentive.
Oh, that knife is not gonna make me remember something that I don't know.
Citizenship.
Little incentive. And I want it in writing.
Highway. Highway.
Highway.
Highway.
Highway.
You've been driving on the highway. The highway. The highway.
Yeah.
Here you go. You sure? Right in the middle of the highway.
Middle of the highway.
Really? All right. I'll tell you what then. I'll just call the police and I'll tell them that there's a criminal out here with a known warrant just hanging around the highway. Highway. I got a lot of evidence they'd like to see.
The whole extended family, all dressed in white, in a single file line down the staircase.
Oh, like a line on the highway. Highway.
No. Once I hit the coast highway, I didn't stop. I turned off my cell phone.
Hey, honey, why did we get off the highway?
My dad's in the truck with a couple of bad guys. There's a highway over there, and Emilio's down there too.
We need to get to that highway, get someone to call a cop or something.
Ed, you take the witness prep on highway redistribution. Don?
You want to try the highway?
It's up to you. I'm just your tail.
Yeah, the police have him. I'm on my way to pick him up.
Bullshit. I just saw the Amber Alert not 5 minutes ago out on the highway.
Oh, I wasn't in the city proper. No? No, up the highway a clip. Little village by a lake.
That's him. West Side Highway.
He's taking her out of the city.
Honey, where are you? I see your phone moving west on Highway 25.
We were driving.
Sin.
Sin. Sin. Sin. Sin.
Very well. But sin has a price. You may be sure of that.
Seems almost a sin to disturb her.
It is a sin not to give to those in need.
According to who?
My son, there is no sin unforgivable to those that seek redemption.
One situation.
And it is a sin we both share.
It is over.
Somebody has to be held accountable for Ari's crimes. I'll be their sin eater.
I sin almost every day. But those sins, I confess them to God.
Bearing false witness before the gods is as grave a sin as any, my lady.
Living in sin.
We'd only live in sin, as you call it, until the divorce.
And here, that's cardinal sin number 1. They can tack 2 years until your bid automatic.
If they catch you.
I am the sin of my father.
Duration. Duration. Duration.
Duration.
Duration.
For the duration of this investigation, the NYPD has the full use of my knowledge and faculties.
What's that about? I think we've got the red tails for the duration. Duration.
Since I rarely hug, I'm relying on your expertise regarding duration.
I think we're there.
Oh, good. Bye-bye.
Another word, I'll have you removed for the duration of the trial.
You've already removed me for the duration of the trial.
Vital signs spike for a longer duration before flatline. It looks like a pain response.
You're in Graceland for the duration.
Do I? But that's because I stayed for the duration of his interview and I saw no indication that he was lying.
I offered my assistance for the duration. You accepted.
To make this meeting happen, I should have specified we'd need to do so for the duration of the meeting as well.
Each one dumbed down to accommodate the duration of an average bowel movement. Destination, anticipate activity spectrum, weather conditions, duration of trip, etc.
Now, given the duration of the gust and the terrain obstacles, liftoff must have happened somewhere between here and here.
You two get to your mama house ASAP. What? You teenagers now. All right? You two are staying at Schmidt's parents' house for the duration of this assignment.
Amuse.
Amuse. Amuse.
Amuse. Amuse.
You Parker's girlfriend? Ari, I'm really happy that you're amused. You're amused. But did you see that? That guy is gonna come back for me. No joke.
Buddy.
How are you, man?
Amused. Amused. Amused.
Serious.
I am shocked. Amused. 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 But shocked.
Go ahead, tell the whole world. We don't care. God.
You don't have to feel any way about it. Lecter did it to amuse himself.
There you go.
It's not bad. You still got it.
So easily amused. We got a deal?
Yeah.
If you should turn out to have been right.
I am here to amuse, sir.
Kind?
Kind? Who am I to be kind? No, it amused me to punish my relations.
This Da Vinci ours, if it amuses you.
And for my peace of mind, please don't.
It amuses me that you think I would even give a shit about your peace of mind.
Glad I amuse you.
You know, I can hear you up here.
No.
I confess I was amused at the idea of an Irish radical for a chauffeur, but I see now I've been naive.
Cushion.
Cushion. Cushion. Cushion. Cushion.
Important that you be honest and tell me where you hide your booze. Under the cushions, under the cushions, under the cushions. Back of the closet, I know all the tricks.
I threw it.
Fine. First off, you take out 20% and you hide it. Furniture cushions, furniture cushions, furniture cushions, floorboards.
Look inside. The cushions, the cushions, the cushions. Mom was always a big cushion hider.
They don't know what the hell they want. You know, all they're thinking about is rubbing up against a pillow or a cushion or another teenager, you know, so.
Hey, don't let him smoke. He hides cigars under that cushion there.
So it looks like we can do LA in style. We had a pretty big contract yesterday. I got some cushion now.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I was on stage at the time of the firing.
And he put his hands on the cushion of the box and he threw his feet right over.
Okay. Everybody buckled? Mom's not.
Go. If we crash on this crap, we'll cushion the impact.
I'm not going until everyone's buckled. Someone has to be a role model around here.
You're early.
Always good to have a cushion. You get much sleep?
Impressed when they shoot you. Just feeling a little restless here, Finch.
Use the cushion.
Essay.
Essay.
Essay. Essay.
Essay.
I need to get started on my college essay. You know what? Maybe I'll write it about you.
Well, that's certainly a thought-provoking hypothesis. May I suggest it as the topic for your essay? And your essays, suggesting that I'd have better luck making friends if I wait till the Cylons take over?
Well, she's puking and telling you she wishes more guys were like you. And then she gets into Cornell because you wrote her essay for her, and you drive up to visit her one weekend, and she acts like she doesn't even know you.
Honey, what is all this?
Hey!
Hey, Mom, I'm trying to write this stupid college essay question, and I really don't even know where to start.
Okay, what's the question? Tell me.
What's the biggest obstacle you've ever had to overcome?
Okay, get straight from your tummy.
I'm just so stressed out. You know that hero essay I have to write?
Mm-hmm.
A poem. This was my whole flight.
What's she talking about?
My college application essay. They want students who are worldly.
Oh, well, why don't you write about our trip to Hawaii when you drank straight from the coconut?
Do you even know whether Jeremiah wants to meet his birth mother?
He wrote an essay last year entitled Nature versus Nurture.
This here, this is creative. This shows that I'm different. This is the kind of essay that Harvard wants from their students.
We added a couple of monsters for some of you who might be interested in that. And you're going to write your essay about your god and goddess, and to make sure that you cover everything.
Truly think you have a shot at getting to any one of these schools. The trick is going to be the essay question, and then... What did I write my essay on? I used yours. I tarted it up a little.
So I went through some old articles that Palat wrote for the school paper, an essay he won an award for, as well as some papers that he wrote at Stanford. They were all very clinical.
Acquire.
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 Acquire. Acquire.
A warrior of the same caliber?
Yes, but I warn you,
Men are easy to acquire, hard to control.
What kind of weapon? What's its purpose?
We're not able to acquire that information. Besides, it's not relevant for our purposes.
The military's been developing this technology for years. If one of our enemies was to acquire this device, it's doubtful they'd be able to manufacture it.
I mean, to build one from the ground up would take time, but luckily enough, we can acquire one off the shelf.
How?
There is a firm breaking up.
And those are the ones that Michael Carlson is going to try to acquire. See that one there? That's you.
First step is to make contact. Do you have any open lines of communication to her?
No, not since the op ended.
How did you acquire her as an asset?
What are you up to? I just want your assurances. About what?
The laptop. After I acquire it, I won't be sold out like your employees in Mexico, correct?
So you, Duke Perkins, and Reverend Coggins conspired to acquire a vast amount of propane?
Yeah, we bought propane off the books.
Come on.
Where are we going?
You're driving me to the mall. I'm going to acquire a book that summarizes the current theories in the field of friend making.
All tanks acquire solution and prepare to fire on my order.